Touching lives.
On this episode of Airtel Touching Lives, AC meets a young student who wants to help the school children in Etumbil in the central region.
Most of the students, they are not really serious about what's going on. They don't even know what's going on, actually.
We then take you to Kumasi to meet Kojo, who had a disastrous encounter with some power lines.
Touching lives, making a difference. Show the world that you care. Helping out one another, we can all make a change. Reach out, touch somebody, put a smile on their face. Helping out one another, we can all make a change. Touching lives, making a difference. Touching lives, making a difference.
We do better when we work together. So come, join hands with Airtel Touching Lives as we reach for change. It's another week on Airtel Touching Lives, and I'm so glad to be here to share in the joy of altering situations, impacting on lives, and creating change in our society. My name is Sedem Ofori, and welcome to Airtel Touching Lives. Coming up is a community project in the central region, and AC takes us to the field.
When Henrietta told us about the little library in her hometown, that was such a big influence in her educational life and was probably the springboard that set her up for academic excellence, we took the opportunity to catch a glimpse of this incredible place that is today nothing to write home about.
Etumbil is a small, tight-knit community in the central region on the inland road between Cape Coast and Accra. It is mainly a farming area, but boasts 3 schools, and the community values education highly.
I was actually born in Etumbil, the community we are talking about at the moment. I attended nursery school, primary school, then junior high school in Bermane Sikuma. Then I moved out from there to senior high school in Akwetia in the Eastern region. And then finally to Kumasi to Ken University.
What are you studying?
Studying biology, biological science as it's called here. Yes, I chose that course because I always wanted to be a medical doctor, but I didn't get the opportunity to get it firsthand. So there was another option to do the biology. Then after the 4 years, you go to Legon. They have a postgraduate program for it. So I'm hoping to go to the medical school.
Tell me about the library you nominated.
Okay, that library is something very special to me. Granddaddy had the opportunity to establish it with some few district members in that community, and it really helped. I remember those times during vacations, when he's going to work, he gives us money, me and my auntie, who is my age. Then he pushes us to the library, we go study, we read a lot. So it really became a pain to me when I saw the library in that state.
Henrietta's grandfather has a background in education and social work. He also worked as an information officer in the area, so he understands the needs of the community.
Why did you find it necessary to establish a library?
I found it necessary to establish the library here because the Ejumahu community is a big community. Apart from that, it is surrounded by other 10 communities who all need information. So when I saw that there was no information center or a library around, and that most of the people too even were not having radio sets with them, I contacted the community and they agreed. So we opened this information, the first as an information center in the year 1985.
The community is a tight one, and they are always planning for the future.
I'm the headmistress here. I'm doing administrative work. I'm teaching as well.
Why is this library important to your pupils?
It's important because people do research. They build their vocabulary, they read a lot, and they get more information. So it's very, very important for the community. And people of Intumikali DHS use it We have library on the timetable. So during library period, they go there to do research, to do their homework.
Samuel, didn't in a library no here.
Library no here today. Semi library hoa. Biala museum dia biala mbede steben. Ma adena museum me there in committee. Bibia museum bia e committee so bibi sama mutum na makachen. And as a book me pone. I got to question me for them. Adena museum hoa. Me botumas answer.
Didn't in a decision here.
This animal here was Sunday, a boy between Pasitio. On my yet to meet you, young crew. Are you? You soon my yet to meet some pon echo and baby out who I was Ghana Haina, and I will be as my family.
The library is very, very important to the community because most of the students, they are not really serious about what's going on. They don't even know what's going on, actually. They think it's all about you go to primary school, then you graduate. They don't know anything about the outside world. And growing up in that community, no learning, no inspiration to learn. So they are just there, and the teenage pregnancy rate is high as of now. The illiteracy rate, too, is very high. And I think these are steps. A library like this will help curb these things.
Mr. Parker Boltai has been the school librarian for the past 5 years.
What are the challenges?
Well, challenges, first of all, I can say finance, because, you know, there should be someone there to man the library. The place is in dilapidated condition. The place is too small to stock books and even computers. And, you know, the roofing and the other things are in very bad condition.
What are your dreams for the library? How would you like to see it?
As an old man, I would like to see the library grow up in such a way that it can even serve about the next 100 years, a generation to come.
There's nothing like reading a good book that takes your imagination places or opens up a world of knowledge. Getting access to just the right environment goes a long way to develop a curious mind.
Stay with us. We'll be right back after this break.
Touching lives. Oh, hello there. Woo. I gotta make a change. I can smile all by myself, but it won't mean nothing if I don't put a smile on someone else. So
and emotions are contagious. Within us is the potential to transform lives through our actions and attitudes. Make your change with Airtel.
Touching lives.
Airtel Touching Lives appreciates Etumbil community and their will and zeal to bring knowledge to their children. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me to say welcome to Mr. Kunto, Madam Paulina, and then also Henrietta onto the show. Mr. Kunto, what was the vision behind the establishment of the library, and how far have we strayed away from that objective today?
Everyone says that reading makes a man.
Yes.
So if a man will need information and will not have the materials to read, then it means he is living in limbo.
Yes.
And that was why I decided to consult my department at that time, the Information Service Department headquarters in Accra, and then the authorities in the Ejumako district, where I was the district information officer. And
so this library is, what, 30 years old?
Exactly.
30?
Yes.
I'm surprised because this doesn't look like the state of a library that has been in existence for 30 years.
Yes.
My goodness. And Henrietta, you've done a great job.
Yes.
Not that many people go back to their communities and want to do something to help. What is the vision that you also have for that community and its library?
It's almost like there's no life with the children. They just wake up. Some of them hardly even brush. They go to the farm. When they come back, there's nothing like steady in their timetable on a normal day, not a school day. So they are just there, and then those who get pregnant. So I didn't have a childhood like that. I always wanted to learn. I was curious in a way, and I think that helped me a lot in my growing up. So I had that exposure, and these are children who don't have that exposure now. The way the library is, it's not attractive for them to even go there. So if anyone even has a desire, it's not appealing to go there. So they stay back and then just live there like that.
What a sad state of affairs. But Airtel Touching Lives wants to be a part of this success story. And so, in our little way, we would want to supply the library with books, relevant books that will bring it up to scratch with the times. So all the relevant books your children will need will be supplied by Airtel Touching Lives to the library. And in addition to that also, Airtel Touching Lives would want to expand the library, refurbish it, stock it with computers, install internet on all the computers, so your students can have access to information from the global community. Yes, and be abreast with time. So that is what we are doing for you. But tell me, how do you feel about this assistance we're giving you? Maybe I'll begin with you, Madam Paulina.
I feel very, very happy because the children are going to read more, be abreast with internet and computers and everything, and then standard of education in the community will go high. I mean, so I'm very, very, very happy.
How can you make any progress in this world without the internet these days? Mr. Kunto?
I feel so proud. I feel so honored in this my old age. And all that I will say is that God bless you, and may the Lord God grant you long life, energy, and prosperity, so that you will be in the position to fulfill.
And that goes to all of us here at Airtel Touching Lives. Henrietta, what about you? How do you feel about all this that we're giving to the school?
Now, I'm very fulfilled. Because maybe in the next 10 years, I'll have more people like myself, and we'll have a great Ghana, a great interview. And that makes me so happy.
I'm sure you only have to wait for 10 years to have more like yourself come to the university. Thank you very much, guys. Look, you're doing a good job. And we love to support good things. So good luck.
Thank you.
There's much more to come on Airtel Touching Lives. Stay with us.
Touching Lives. Oh, hello there. Woo. I gotta make a change. I can smile all by myself, but it won't mean nothing if I don't put a smile on someone else. So I'm gonna smile with you. So make your change today. Oh yeah, I'm gonna smile with you. So make your change today.
Actions and emotions are contagious. Within us is the potential to transform lives through our actions and attitudes. Make your change with Airtel.
Touching Lives.
In the Ashanti region, we are reminded about the vulnerability of life and also about strength. Let's meet Kojo.
Sometimes the tragedy is not just in the moment of pain, but also in the moment of awareness, when we're hit by the glaring truth that everything that makes us who we are has slipped us by. For Kojo Boaheng, the road to recovery has been more excruciating than what he had to endure in the event that led to the loss of both hands.
Kojo lives in South Sontreso in Kumasi. The community is expanding to accommodate the growing population. With its continuous increase in population, it has managed to maintain a serene and well-kept environment over the years. Henry Apia Amankwa, our nominator, shares his and Kojo's story with us.
I teach at Kumasi Academy, so we've got a staff bungalow just around the corner. I was one day coming to visit a friend over there. So when I got to Friends Gardens, I had a problem with my car. And he was standing by. He started questioning me. And then through our conversation, I got to know that he's got problems. So I decided to probe further. And then I got to know that both arms have been chopped off. I became very, very sad. And for obvious reasons, the desire to help would be great.
On the day Henry's car broke down, he had unknowingly been assisted by his cousin, a fact he only discovered later. Kojo's kindness and willingness to assist a stranger moved Henry to seek out help.
How does his condition affect his life?
It has to do with how he's going to put food into his mouth. And when he should attend the nature's call, who is going to help him over there. He also thinks that he's overburdening somebody, which shouldn't have been the case. He told me around that time that he had wanted to take his life. And sometimes I just want to pick him up to a place so that I make him happy. But more often than not, he refuses.
If say no accident, say they see.
Na beton rubber plastic, and na me try aluminium long span in be. The woman who we are friend me say member. No say me a Smith. Yeah, a person for roofing. And I'm say okay. Until I eduma ni na ewi. Na I painting. Na ya almost and I'm say I have an straight to aso training. Almost have holder. Almost shisha no down now. Then I'm say a quan lewanti, yentimi anto enya scafu de fada ne hunyana. Nti e peka kra omo pentia na ya left cord the other side. Say na abe high tension. Is obia nhonye of nti ni pasisi ni de obia nya za electrical shock no. Say in fana me we no so hospital. To be sure me say in fact na me sam de emunyina asisi. The last Friday be now. The Friday address in the year, the Monday, almost Sunday, I left non say. And you cry. And I'm a friend, a doctor before soon. And I'm born on my head. That means I know you grow, no, so. This open so yet, and I don't see it. I'm going to mammy. No, so, Mom, you have how on quite a moment, ya, a beboa. Nile Cotiata,
1 week later, Kojo had his right arm amputated.
And see, a day or how na ya with him.
Say how my phone say, quite a person me did. You make up private, and I say, Susan's come and cried to me. And I say, the big woman check when I will be an image. I want to be one of my minty a day. And yet, if you cram a procedure, me pee. No, instead of be a man, I be to my mammy. Say, you be never feed me, let's accommodate me, meet. And I meet man that did the whole da minute because some person make up private and I say, made an ama. I hardly pass a what will be a beer beside me, many see, and I say, I must make up a beer, bit matters be at the whole dinner needy, and I 2 days crown needy, but I have it. So I catch you beer, I'll be boom up, boom, bear me, son, a day. I'm the two.
Despite the challenges Kojo faces, he is brave in his resolve to be independent.
Oh,
my morning, dear. I'm saying, oh, my. And now, Ebasa no de me. Ayeba.
Ayi bibi adia. One mo na ba o bibi amami.
Ntiu. Bibi ano pakra di so ba be se. Da am sorry ana ase man sorry. I'm going to number that. That's all the same. And I'm the money baby. I'm from a crowd. I'm to me frame ya. I'm going to me. To me, okay.
Kwejo is fortunate to have the love and support of his grandparents.
Na ye ma homo tia application so de brebia no bra. De media no. So ka me sika teku a media with the capre be ma na so ma fa di aka no. Na de to wasara. Kwejo bra no de esan se yam na tibi fi ya pa nti. Me de oba na mo a me de ba no. Minim se between a home and daba na mum se be ya otimi ya se na tare kura na mpo oda kura se dan otimi sore me bi sa no so ana dia were ho ka se ba be ni me enu ina so atura bi na mtimi ni tra di nkomo na bi se bi sa sa asem no a na atura ni ni so
sisi ameno ka se kura no enko ye girigina mani so de ana ya ma were ho kura ni se sika no nsabe no deje no ada no ho nana faweisha ye bi oyi 10 cedis nana faweisha na se ka me furo no me ka kire driver na me da na me ho se yi a na wayi na se nsesa wo mu ano de ahyem ho mete obaba ho mete pa wodwo de am se obi a ya wo woni bebo no so de enipa ye nipa wa hwe ya woni bo no so kana ba fia first pa mi suma mama
When the troubles of life bellow at us, we cannot allow anxiety to overtake optimism. Kojo's story is a reminder of how unpredictable life is. Yet, the unpredictability affords us the opportunity to learn about our strengths. The strength to lift ourselves up from the lowest level of grief. Enough strength to pick up the pieces, put it back together, and carry on.
Kwejo had a brush with death, and his comeback is a promise to you and I that nothing can hold us down. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me to give a round of applause to Kwejo, who joins me on the show. Kwejo, Airtel Touching Lives with Jumedi so. Nyedi kan no meka se shedding wasem ya yeyi ade a kire ya ma obi ara ho na a chairman so you obi a wakoma mu ode no yie pa weni so hye why ade san so obi anka bi a wakuni ho kwa fi wiase na pese bi bisa se answer sa accident si ya no na botai bem pa na da weni so a for brabo na DM pa plans and anka wo ma wo
plans ya na mo ze no ma me won tem kakra ti ko ye men ko ti me imagine say me fa brabo nya basa ba because se ma hwe na mnya asembia me nya obi ama na de enka bi mami ti me try se me hwe ma brabo si ba.
Yeah. What's why? The dream at about say be a quantify kwa wojo.
Oh. By the way, me say kaju tama was enka me ware. Na me so kam timbe de me family ne ade. But is when adwuma mo an kakra be de na ware. Ti no so timi jo so be adwuma be bon sa na wa de. Wa ware.
Yedi kan me da wase se eya mane hunu we nyina wa femu akire no woda so ewo gidie se emrebi no eni ma be yi na ya wo Airtel Touching Lives dwumadie so but tire e da ye ni so ne se ye bebo ni pete se wo ye kakra mu na won so wetumi aboa wo ho enti yedi kan no Airtel Touching Lives, men control say one sano. Omodo beko hospital. Emma, ni abrofo friend of prosthetic hands. Yet ni na bi be hihya ma bo tumi use so say din na etumi su yen say bia. Na efa eno ho no. Ehun kwa ta nyina e wo ha no say ntinya de bia. Ya ye ho adwuma deda. E bia to nti say say na ehia pene say obeko hospital. Ya do beko na wo ma hihye ensana ma. Me hwehwe say next time you be shia no. Wait me achia mensa why am I two? Send me no city. Na anyway trade no so na Airtel say men kan cho so o mo akasa be si edwuma bi ama wo. E edwuma betumi aye. Na otumi de ahwe wo ahwe obusu nyina. Timia shedding. Sisi ade meto ama na me apeso ke bia so. Otumi aka mama say nyina tie.
Oh. The first piece made that at for as a pa. Because we could have hospital na at him pa. And I may be feels no minimum the number because the minimum say at the back with the try to say me if you wanna be able to try. There's not a for Badia, Madame Yasi say almost so I dream me home. Now been quite which I'm some dear crash at me. I mean say a dream is with the bedroom be also. It is not a mess where say, Ubia, how be out to be our own tinting. When young men inquire any that's OP. Oh,
yes, sir. On crash and walk catch ever crown. I want me baby bray to me the was why, wash him and grandpa. So that's the story of Kwejo. This week's episode has been overwhelming, but I hope that as we bring you these stories, you are inspired also to create change in your own lives and also in the lives of your communities. I say goodbye at this point, and don't forget that the difference between possible and impossible is inside you. Change is just within reach. So reach out and grab it. Goodbye. Next week on Airtel Touching Lives, we look back at the story of the Salvation School in the Volta region. Then AC travels to the Upper West to meet up with Diana and find out more about her worthy deeds.
Touching lives, making a difference, show the world that you care.
Bio10 for life. Next week on Airtel Touching Lives, we look back at the story of the Salvation School in the Volta region and see how they are doing now. Then AC travels to the Upper West to meet up with Diana and find out more about her worthy deeds.